Welcome to the podcast. I'm Paul.
And I'm Mark.
And it's here.
Christmas Eve.
Well, like Chris always said, it's like Christmas Eve, but without the disappointment.
Right.
Or it's like Christmas Day, but without the disappointment.
Yeah, only better, right? Yeah.
So tomorrow is the first day of deer season.
It is.
And we're at camp.
Yeah.
Residence Day only.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
And it's late this year, Paul. We talked about that. It's November 2nd.
Yeah. Last year we were already hunting.
I think last year was like the 27th of...
28th.
28th, okay.
I think I actually looked that up. Because I was curious because yesterday was the 31st and we had like 70-degree temperatures.
Yeah.
And it was humid. And that's how our opening day deer season was last year.
Yes.
And
had some heavy rain showers and stuff, I remember.
And I was thinking, gosh, is that like the same date on the calendar as last year that we had the warm weather? It's off by a couple days, but...
Yeah.
Yes, so tomorrow is Saturday, Residence Day only in Maine. First day rifle season for deer.
It is,
which is what we kind of consider our first day of deer season.
Right. We've had Youth Day and, of course, archery and stuff like that has been going on, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of Residence Day? Only having that.
You know, I think it's probably antiquated. I think that everybody. I don't know if it'd make a big difference, Paul, especially up here if they allowed non-residents. I don't think it would add to the number of hunters in the woods all that much.
I don't think it would, because I was thinking about that this morning. And I was like, if you're from away and you're going to come up this far into the state, you're going to use the weekend to travel anyway. So you're probably, if you work full time, you're going to take a week off or whatever. Yeah. You're going to travel Saturday and Sunday. Yeah. And then start your hunt Monday. Yeah. So it's probably not a game changer for most people.
The only ones that may, and a lot of them, Paul, tend to want to go later when they're calling for snow and stuff. And I think the non-residents want to come up and hunt on snow. So, I just don't see it being that big of a deal if they allowed non-residents to hunt.
Yeah, I think
the opening Saturday.
I feel like I've heard some people kind of complain about that, but I just can't see where it's that big of a...
No, you think about where we hunt, Paul, and there's not that many non-residents that we run into or whatever. It's usually just the locals that we see. And I'm not talking opening day, I'm talking throughout the season.
This whole season.
Right.
The few people you do see.
Yeah.
So good thing about tomorrow is it is going to be cool.
Yeah, cooler than it has been.
What, high of 41?
Yeah.
And too bad we couldn't get some snow tonight.
Yeah. I've looked at the long range forecast, and of course that changes, and that can change in a heartbeat. But they're not calling for any snow the next 2 weeks, and I look at the long range predictions too, the overall, and it's supposed to be a warmer than average November. So
we'll see.
Yeah. But like I say, that certainly can change.
It just takes a front coming throrough.
Mm-hmm. Up here especially.
Get an inch of snow or something.
There could be a big variation between, even central Maine and here, northern Maine. So.
And then this morning I'm going through some stuff, packing, getting ready to come up here because you're all excited and just like getting stuff together and going through it all.
Yeah, that's part of it.
And and it's weird because I kept saying it feels like I'm going to deer camp, like our deer camp week. Yeah. Because I basically got the whole month this year. Yeah. To do it, but I was looking at the like legal times, and so we moved the clocks back on Sunday.
Right, we fall
back. We really get kind of messed up there. But in Maine, you can hunt 30 minutes before sunrise and 30 minutes after sunset. Yep. And it's dark when it's legal time.
Especially with no snow. It does make a difference later on when you have snow. Everything's brighter. But without snow, you're right, it is dark. Yeah. I have seen deer 10 minutes before legal time ended, and I couldn't tell.
You can't tell.
I couldn't tell. It was and it was a buck too, but I just couldn't tell.
And so like today, wicked overcast. Like it's 4 o'clock, almost 4 o'clock right now. Quite dark in the camp. Even though lights are on. I'm trying to use some window light here. I've got some auxiliary lights, but I didn't feel like digging them out. So we'll see how the lighting is with this. But so like this morning, I'm 7:15 sitting at my desk up in my room, and I look out the window, and I'm like, even right now, it's officially like sunrise.
Right.
I could have been hunting for 30 minutes legally.
Yeah.
I'm like, if a deer was in the woods, I wouldn't be able to tell.
No.
I would just see the outline of it.
Yeah.
And that was, but again, it was overcast.
Yeah.
And we've had a lot of instances like that, deer hunting, where it's when you start getting into early morning and late evening, and you can hunt 30 minutes before and after, it's hard to tell. Snow brightens everything up.
Yeah, makes a big difference with snow on the ground. And I can remember, Paul, and I don't know the year that they changed that, but when I was younger, it was always sunrise to sunset. Yeah, I don't know if you remember that or not.
I don't know if I.
I'd be curious to see the year sunrise to sunset was legal time.
But I don't think we really ever hunt like 30 minutes before, because you just can't.
You can't see.
It's hard to see.
Yeah.
It'd have to be out in the open.
Right.
And conditions have to be just right to identify whatever it is. So tomorrow, 6:45, it's legal time.
6:45 in the morning.
6:45 to 5:51.
Okay.
Then Monday, when we're back up here on the 4th, it's going to be 5:48 to 4:49.
We got to get up earlier.
Because we're
falling back. Falling back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Sunday's going to be all messed up for us, but oh well, I'll deal with it.
Yeah, we'll make it up on the other end.
Yeah. So what's the game plan for tomorrow?
Well, we talked about that. I think our A plan is to go back in where you shot your deer last year.
Yeah, we're going to go in around that area,
and we'll see how that works out. And everybody knows you better have a plan B, because
plan B.
Yeah, because letter A can be taken by somebody else or whatever, and moose season's still going on.
Yeah, it's cow only.
Yeah, right, it's the last day of the third moose week. Yeah, tomorrow. So how that plays out, I don't think there's going to be that many moose hunters out in the woods or whatever, and they're pretty much road hunters and stuff. They're not going to be out in the.
And it being the last day. Of the moose season.
Hopefully,
a lot of people are tagged out.
Hopefully, most have tagged out.
Probably a lot of people have had
enough. Yeah,
and they've probably
yeah.
For a cow, I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know. I guess that's me. I don't know how hard I'd go at it for a cow.
Yeah, I don't even. When we fill out our applications for,
don't even have that as a possibility.
I don't put in for bull only is all I do. So that's just me, I just if I'm going to get picked, I want to go on a bull hunt. So
early in the year, we don't have any snow. We're going to go back to spots that we were successful in the past, or where we've seen deer in the past.
Yep.
Poke around there.
And I do have a trail camera there.
Yeah.
And at one point, I had at least 4 different bucks on now the
two
last
nice bucks at once.
Two at once. Yeah.
Right? Wasn't there one up close?
Yeah.
And then one was
a nice 7-pointer right up to the camera, and then one behind it in the grass and stuff. Yeah. So I that's good potential.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't have any cameras out.
Yeah.
I haven't done anything with cameras. I brought one up with me.
Yeah.
In case I decide to.
And those I had set out more for moose, and I just left them out there. So
we'll hit some of those spots. One thing about early in the year, especially opening day, is I kind of want to explore. I'm always kind of curious about, and you get all season where you kind of just randomly think about stuff. And you're always like kind of hypothesizing, like, man, there's probably some deer in here, and there's probably some deer over here. And 9 times out of 10, it's nothing.
Doesn't play out.
Sometimes you bust your butt to get into a spot.
Yeah.
Every now and then, though,
it does.
It works out. Which it reminds me, we've been in a bit of a drought.
2 years.
Okay.
I haven't shot a deer in 2 years.
No. Water drought.
Oh, absolutely, it's dry. Oh, absolutely, for sure.
I wonder that water hole.
Yeah, I don't think it ever get that dry, Paul.
Wasn't dry enough.
No.
To that.
No, I don't think it ever get dry enough. There's deer up on that ridge for sure, but and it would be fun to go up in there and see.
Yeah.
But I don't think it ever get dry enough that the dry weather came late in the summer and early fall.
Yeah.
And as you can see right now, in the woods, there's plenty of pools of water and stuff.
It's not dry today.
It just hasn't really rained enough to raise the lakes and the water level up.
Yeah.
But there's plenty of water around.
Yeah. Not like that year that
No.
we had a really dry year.
Yeah.
And that really concentrated a lot of deer in that water hole.
Yeah.
They were hitting that pretty hard. Well, one thing that I think we're pretty good at is, because I think we're pretty curious, at least I am. I think you are too. Just kind of like looking into new areas and stuff.
Always curious.
Is it's easy to, I think a lot of people, they get, they have success in one spot and then they just basically set up shop in that one spot and that's where they spend all their time hunting.
Yeah.
And it's easy to play a spot out.
Yeah.
And I never feel like I ever really have a spot.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
People ask, they go, where do you hunt? Or it's like, holy smokes. It's like, some days it's wherever
on a whim.
Feel like,
right. It can be right on a whim, that, I have a few spots. And another thing about sticking to one spot, in my mind, like you said you're curious, but my mind is always telling me that
there's someplace better.
Yeah, which there is.
Yeah.
There's someplace out there then there's lots of them. It's just a matter of finding them. Yeah. So I always have this this scenario playing that I'm going to walk and I'm going to find the great spot, a deer
holy
trail,
grail of
the holy grail of
hunting.
Deer hunting trails or whatever, and they don't come easy and or often, but there's always better spots out there. So I'm always
keep
looking.
And in that process, you see all kinds of fun stuff. Anyway.
Exactly.
You come across abandoned camps.
Yeah. Neat
interactions
stuff.
with other animals.
Yeah, you're out and about and you're moving and it's always fun.
Beginning of the year for me in Maine, I never feel too pressured to be doing one calculated thing over and over.
Yeah.
Some people might not think I have much of a plan.
Yeah.
But a lot of it's kind of a scouting, kind of a
and after all,
exploring.
Who wants to shoot a deer the first week and be stuck inside?
Holy shoot.
Like you did last year. Who wants to shoot a deer?
That kind of crossed my mind. It's like, what happens if first 15 minutes, big buck steps out in front of you? What do you do?
Well, I know what I'd do. I'd shoot it. But you would ask me about illegal deer and illegal deer. And
a little while ago.
Boy, I don't know. I'm not... we'd have to... I can't say that I wouldn't take it, so...
No, if he hangs around any more than 30 seconds in front of you, I got a feeling I'll be dragging on a deer.
Yeah.
And we'll be having tenderloin tomorrow night.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
I'm watching the chickadees out there, Paul, and there was a squirrel out there too. I may have to take care of him.
You get your pellet gun already?
I do. It's all loaded.
What are you carrying tomorrow for a gun?
I'm carrying my old 742 Woodsmaster.
All right.
Yeah.
So you haven't traded that in?
I haven't. No.
Gonna stick with it?
I may. I thought about using the new 7600, but new to me. But I think I'm going to stick with the 742, the old 30-06. So
I've shot every deer but one with mine.
Yeah.
The only other deer that I shot that wasn't with that gun was the Model 94.
Yeah. So you're going to use yours too then, your 7400,
Yeah. I might carry the pump one day just for fun, but I still can't get my mind past the whole, it's different.
It is.
And I'm so used to but if moose season is of any proof to anybody that, you can adjust.
You can transition, yeah.
You use that, no problem?
Yeah.
You threw some lead pretty quick, too, at the moose.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But, yeah, it's just like Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Fire going.
Yeah, nice and warm.
Nice and warm in the camp, quiet. Yeah. We've been watching the Benoits.
Yeah, the very first
so it's funny.
Video they put out.
The very first video they put out, we had on VHS.
Yeah.
And we haven't watched it in years because who has a VCR anymore? Didn't the VCR that we had, didn't it eat it?
He could have, Paul.
Or something?
Yeah.
So it's been a long time.
I may still have it down cellar. I got a box of VHS tapes, and it may still be in there. I don't know.
So yeah, we had the original Benoit video on VHS.
Yeah.
And I'd completely forgot. I want to watch that original one. I haven't watched it in years. We've got the other ones that we just kind of watch on a loop up here.
Right.
And because we don't have internet. But yeah, anyway, there was a gentleman on Instagram, Josh Coro, and he'd reminded me that Woodman Arms sells all the Benoit DVDs. They'd put them back out, right?
I had heard they I
totally forgot about it.
Yeah, they had advertised it prior to the Hunt Stocks, Paul.
Okay.
And they said that they were going to be at Hunt Stock, and they thought that there was a possibility they could sell out at Hunt Stock, so they wouldn't be available, online or whatever. Yeah. But if they didn't sell out, you could order them.
Yeah, so I get on before opening day.
Yeah.
Ordered one, got it here.
Yeah.
Came yesterday, I think, or 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So we've been going through that, and I know it word for word.
Yeah.
Haven't watched it in years.
Yeah, probably over 20 years, Paul. I'm not sure the date that was put out.
They were early 2000s, I think.
Yeah.
I know it says 2008 on the cover, but I think it was before. It was put out before then.
Yeah.
Because I know some of the hunts on there were 2000.
Yeah.
So I may have been in college, but yeah, it was nice to watch.
Yeah.
Kind of gets you in the mood for...
It does, yeah. Those have always been our favorite, Paul, the Benoits. So.
Yeah. The older ones in particular.
Yeah.
The ones where they had some Maine hunts.
Yeah.
Kind of the rougher ones, the ones that, aren't all... Because again, and I've said this 1,000 times, that's kind of what's been relatable to me.
Right.
It doesn't have to be all fancy and
right
and have the kill on.
Yeah.
It just has to be real. And I think that's something that's lost in most of those.
Right.
So yeah, tomorrow's going to be fun. Then we'll be back up Monday.
Yeah.
Right?
So yeah, I guess for both of us, Paul, the November's open. The calendar's completely open.
Yeah.
So we can, depending on how much we want to hunt.
Yeah.
So
nice to be able to pick the good days.
It is.
I know if there's a day with snow,
you can go.
I'm going to be there unless it's Sunday, which you can't hunt on Sunday in Maine.
Yeah.
They should open that up for deer trackers. If you're a deer
Sunday?
tracker, you can.
Yeah.
You're out on Sunday.
Yeah.
We did have snow last week, though.
We did, yes. Yeah,
Jeez.
and we saw a deer on it, too. That was kind of...
There was enough to track.
There was, where that deer was, there was plenty. There was a couple inches of snow there. Yeah, up in the woods.
We were going up to grab the tent.
Yeah.
And take care of that stuff. And because it was like spitting snow down home that night. We had a little skiff at home, but as we got further and further in the woods, there was more and more.
Right.
And lo and behold, we come around the corner and there's a deer standing in the road.
Yeah.
Like, what a picture.
Yeah.
Nice white.
Oh, yeah. Fresh
scenery, fresh snow.
Just as white as it could be.
There's a deer standing in the road.
Yeah.
So hopefully soon, though, we'll get some.
Yeah, more than likely, Usually sometime during the season, we get a few days anyway. Some years, Paul, we get the entire season.
2 years back, we had October on.
Yeah,
we had snow.
Some years, and some years, you don't get any.
No.
But generally, you get some time there, a week or so of.
That year was brutal because we had like 3 big storms, I think, throughout the season.
Yeah.
Never lost any. It just kept adding to it.
And I think that
frigid cold temps.
It was cold, Paul. Points. I can remember sitting on watching a deer trail, and the deer were migrating to the yard.
Yeah, they were getting out of Dodge.
Big time. Veterans Day, November 11th.
Yeah, that's early.
Which is really early. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know up here.
We were up here Thanksgiving week that one year, -3.
Pipes froze.
We had some
in
frozen
the back
pipes.
Of the camp
I can remember Thanksgiving Day out deer hunting. I think the high that day was like 9 degrees.
Yeah.
And we had 40-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah, cold.
It was. You were back at the truck when I got there at like 1, 2 o'clock.
Yeah, that's one of the things I don't, especially sitting still, walking. If you can get in the woods out of the wind and keep moving, it's not too bad. But man, to sit now, I don't tolerate the cold like I used to. So
even in this weather, it's 40, like 46 out, or well, it's 42 right now.
Yeah, I could get cold sitting for.
I couldn't sit long in this.
No, I'd get cold. Yeah.
Plus, I'm too stinking antsy.
Yeah, people would laugh at me. Tomorrow is the high temperature. The forecast is about low 40s, but I'll have thermal underwear on and wool socks, and I'll have my insulated pack boots on, and
You're gonna wear insulated boots tomorrow?
I am.
No, I'm going.
I'll be cold.
Really?
Yeah.
Even walking?
Even walking. Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Get you some crow.
Yeah, I'll wear the insulated pack boots there, lacrosse.
I'll still go pretty light, but not as won't be like last year opening day.
Right.
That was
right.
I still wore wool pants and stuff, but
I didn't even wear wool last year.
Jeez.
No.
Yeah.
Wore Carhartt
and you don't feel like hunting in that stuff.
No. Those are the days, Paul. You don't mind walking around and checking out new areas or checking out different areas. So
I sat on a stump that day.
Yeah.
For about 40 minutes. Sun was beating down in the corner of a cot. And I was walking down along the edge of that cot. And I get down to the corner. Sun was beating on me. And I was like, I'll just think I had an apple.
Yeah.
Like, I'll sit here for a bit and just enjoy the
kind of a little bit of an irony there. That's where I shot my moose in that cut this year.
It was, it was.
Yeah.
Up closer to the road.
Up closer to the road, but
way down
basically
the
same cut. Yeah, same spot.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Good place to see a moose.
Yeah, good place to see a moose. And I was over there, Paul, bird hunting with Narda last week, and there were fresh deer tracks all through there.
Well, we did that last year.
Yeah.
Last year there was sign there early.
Yeah.
And then we went in there. Our second time up my second time up was the day I shot my deer last year.
And we didn't see much.
We gone in there and there was, because we had snow, and there was nothing fresh. And I ended up shooting the deer in a spot where opening day we saw no sign.
Right.
We go in there with snow, and there was a lot of fresh sign.
Yeah, there was a lot of tracks.
So you never know. You got and that was a long distance.
Yeah.
From point A to point B.
And you'll find, we watch a lot of videos, a lot of different hunters and stuff, and they pretty much all do the same thing, Paul. They travel. They go to different spots and stuff. And yeah, they're not married to one particular spot. And there's so much room in the big woods up here that you can go to so many places that.
Because that day I was getting pretty antsy. I'm like, we have snow.
Yeah.
And here we are, 9:30. And I'm still on the track.
And you want to be on a track.
Yeah, I was burning daylight.
Yeah.
And that's what happens early in the year. You can make stupid decisions by being
impatient.
You feel like you're wasting time.
Yeah.
And that day I, kept saying, geez, I've been out here for 3 hours now.
Yeah.
I could have been using that time to catch up to a deer.
You're playing that in your mind, you're thinking, well, this, your opportunity, the snow's not going to last that early in the season. More than likely it's going to be gone in a day or two. And,
make hay when the sun shines.
Exactly. So sometimes you can foresee issue. And, yeah.
But I think one thing you always have to remember is you never know what's going to happen.
Nope.
And in a snap of a finger, it can all...
blink of an eye.
can all turn in a positive direction. Yeah. You're like, where did that come from? How'd that happen?
Yeah.
Didn't foresee that.
Playing out that way.
Coming out that way. Look at moose season this year.
Yeah.
It was like that.
Yeah. And there again, we get, like I say, a couple of camps down. We got moose hunters. They've worked hard all week and nothing.
Nothing this week. No.
No, they've worked hard. They get the rest of today and tomorrow.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough. But yeah, you don't know what'll happen. I got a good feeling about tomorrow, though.
Yeah,
I feel like we're going to see some deer. I feel like we're going to be into something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just hoping it's not huge.
One of the things, and there again, having a positive mindset, and when this year you have a bit of more optimism because there are more deer around, so you know that.
Yeah.
So in that, you tend to be a little more diligent and work a little harder, and because you
feel
believe,
like some years you feel like it's
a
needle in a haystack.
Right.
You're like, is there a deer within 50 miles of me?
Yeah.
And am I just wasting my time?
But in that also, Paul, that may spill over into more hunters in the woods too, because they're all thinking the same thing. That they may not. They may not go out early knowing that, early in the season before it gets cold and before, there's so few deer that our chances are slim. But they're going to have that same mindset that, this year's a little better, more deer in the woods. And
might be more competition.
Yeah, there might be a little more competition than in years past. So,
but the thing that you always have working for you is if you're diligent and want to get away from people.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people don't like to venture too far from their their vehicle. A lot of people, and I'm surprised, there's a fair number of people that aren't very comfortable.
No.
Out in the woods. They get a little nervous being,
Right. Not within sight of the vehicle. Yeah.
I guess that's not something that's ever crossed my mind.
No.
I don't.
No.
I just go.
Yeah, I don't even think about it, Paul.
No.
And,
wherever you end up.
In fact,
I enjoy it.
I enjoy being away from everything and not, that's where I want to be.
Yeah.
I love to be out in the middle of nowhere and to think, the chances of me running into somebody here are just about nil.
And that's actually how my scouting goes. Is I don't really care how many deer are in an area. I mean, there has to be some deer.
Right.
But more importantly, if I can find a place with no people,
right,
and even if the deer is scarce, if there's one deer, then I'll be happy.
Yeah.
But you come into, you'll come down a road and you'll see where a bunch of deer have crossed, say when we get snow. But it's a well-driven road, and you're like, you got to think that, okay, yeah, I see that. I see lots of deer crossing, but so having 40 or 50 other people,
right,
that have driven by, they see the same thing. So I don't really get overly. As a matter of fact, I probably get pushed away from that even further because everyone saw there's a bunch of deer going back and forth here. I'm not even going to bother.
Yeah.
Messing around with it. I don't care. But you find a spot that we go back to scouting and getting off into these places that. Maybe 9 times out of 10 you don't find anything, but when you do, sometimes you're like probably the only person that knows that there's this nice little hub here. There's a couple bucks that's always reassuring.
Yeah.
And then once you get snow, you can go in there and pick up a buck track there. But it might be a little more competition this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking. Hunter participation may be up. There may be a few more people out in the woods and stuff. So
even I was driving home the other day, and I think there were 7 deer out in the field across my house. Mm-hmm. 1 spikehorn, middle of the day.
Yep.
But boys, couple days.
Yeah.
And I think I've seen him a few times.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he might have a short life because someone's gonna.
Yeah.
If he's hanging out daytime out in the field.
Yeah, he's a deer that won't last very long.
Someone will
So,
we'll pick them off.
Yeah.
But, alrighty, I'm pretty pumped for tomorrow. It'll be fun.
Oh, it's always fun, Paul. Yeah. And like I say, we'll go in and check out our plan A, and if it doesn't pan out, we
got plan B.
We'll move. Yeah, I got a couple other places that we could check out.
Be dynamic. And
the place we shot 2 deer, 3 years ago, Paul? You and I both shot a deer early in the season. There was deer tracks all over up there. So
that spot seems like most years, early in the season, there tends to be more deer concentrated in that area.
Yeah.
And then as the season progresses, it tends to kind of dry out, but you never know. Anyway, just some transient buck coming through, catches track. And
yeah, like I say, there's tracks there now.
Yeah.
So that would the only bad part about that, Paul. Well, it's good and it's bad. It's quite a drive in there. It's a bit
that road's bad.
The road's getting bad. There's washouts and culverts out and stuff, which is good. Like I say, it
keeps people out.
It keeps people out. I went in there and there were all kinds of birds late in the season last week because people just don't go in there. It's too far to go in.
They're not going to beat and thrash for some birds.
So, and the deer are the same way. There's deer in there that aren't being pushed too much because, it's just off the beaten path.
Too much work.
Yeah.
Like Landy Benoit says, you got to do a little four-wheeling.
Yeah.
Maybe get stuck for a few hours.
And it's not really the four-wheeling. It's the time factor, to get back in there. An extra hour of driving or whatever.
Yeah.
It's the time factor.
It's slow going.
Yeah, you drive slow, and it's just,
Yeah, you feel like you're burning time.
Well, yeah, and it can add an extra 2 hours, an hour in and an hour out at night to your day. So,
but I know there's a lot of people right now in the state that are excited.
Oh yeah,
tonight.
Yeah,
everyone gets kind of the same.
Yeah,
and again, it's like that little kid. Christmas Eve.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of hunter breakfasts and stuff going on, and
a lot of people getting together doing their thing.
Yeah, people at deer camps
and as I was unpacking everything, and it happens every year. I'm loading up my room there out back for the month, which I'm moving in for the month.
That's fine.
In case you're wondering,
it's open. The camp's open for the month. So,
but anyway, there's so much stuff. And every year I say the same thing. I'm like, I feel like I just unloaded all this stuff.
And you'll be loading it back in.
And I'll be packing it back up at the end of the season. It's like, where the heck did the season go? Happened this bird season.
Yeah.
We get out there, you're excited to do some bird hunting, get out in the woods. And gosh, before you know it, it's over. And we're into November.
And the older you get, the faster the years spin. So
gone, yeah. It's crazy. So you got to enjoy every moment of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Even the bad days.
Even the bad days.
Really never a bad day.
Yeah.
Out deer hunting. So, is it your nap time? Before supper time?
Too late now, Paul. Too late for a nap. It's usually 1 or 2 o'clock. So
we can restart the Benoits.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can guarantee they'll be on before.
You'll be asleep
until
by
we go
7.
To bed.
You'll be asleep by 7.
They'll be on. We have that, and what they put out, 3 or 4 others that we have. So
plus you get the big woods bucks.
Yeah, I got big woods bucks and
2 of them, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of videos.
That's all there is for DVDs, isn't there? For deer tracking. I mean, everyone streams stuff and crap nowadays, but we don't have that luxury up here,
right?
So we got to have something tangible that can be played. So, all right, anything else you want to add?
No, I just wish everybody good luck and have a good time and be safe.
I think there'll be some deer shot tomorrow.
There will be. I was thinking the same thing, Paul. There'll be, I think even up here, the first day that the kill will be up.
I kind of hope there's none shot here, but
well, we'll see. We'll see.
Terrible thing, right?
We'll have that answer tomorrow night.
Yeah.
About this time.
That's right. We might be eating deer tenderloin.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're eating deer meat tomorrow night anyway, regardless.
We are. So. I took it out of the freezer. Yeah.
It was.
I think I took my neighbors out
from last year.
Gunner.
Okay.
Yeah, he had shot an 8-point buck, I think he said, and he brought me over.
Gunner, neighbor up here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking down home.
No, this is Gunner's.
Oh, okay.
Neighbor.
Did he shoot it up around here? Or down
I assume he shot it, Paul, down in southern Maine.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
We'll try that out tomorrow night.
Yeah, he had asked me.
Unless
we get to if we shoot a deer, we're gonna have tenderloin. Fresh tenderloin. Yeah.
Alrighty. I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Oh yeah, it'll be laid back.
Get up early.
You're not used to laid back, Paul. So.
I'm not. I need some kids yelling at me or someone telling me I need to do something.
Yeah.
That's usually what.
You're usually and your deer hunting is. With the understanding that Monday morning you're going back to work or whatever, and so it's kind of crammed in, and and that adds things to your mind while you're deer hunting. You're always thinking, well, I got to do this and do that, and so
it's a little bit different this year.
Yeah, you'll be able to concentrate on the deer hunting.
A little bit of a reprieve from everything till the end of the month, till December 8th.
Yeah. So knowing that you have a lot of time, it should be a lot more fun because, like you say, you're not under...
It's always fun, though.
Yeah, but you're not under much pressure to try to... As far as limited days to hunt.
I've never had... I'll tell you the days that are tough, were tough for me, is it always seemed like the best days to hunt, I was at work. You'd get a snow. Oh, my God. You'd be sitting there going, holy smokes.
Yeah.
Just... I don't watch the weather much. But come November, I probably look at the weather several times a day.
Yeah.
Is there going to be snow? Is there going to be snow?
No, I'm just the opposite, Paul. I watch the weather every day. Summer, fall, winter, spring.
Maine's weird.
I watch the weather every day. I get up, one of the first things I check is the spam.
Yeah. Maine's weird. Oftentimes, I mean, it doesn't even matter what the weather says. 1 minute it's raining, the next minute
but
it's
I like to get a good idea. One of the things, the wind, if you're getting a big wind event, the wind's going to blow 30, 40 miles an hour. I like to know.
Yeah.
And I know predicting weather is not 100%, but it gives you, they're usually pretty close. They give you an idea what's going on.
Yep.
What to expect.
So, all right.
So,
I guess we'll chill the rest of the evening and see what happens tomorrow.
Prepare our gear. That's what
right.
I'm doing right now. I'm preparing my gear. So
a lot of anticipation.
Yeah.
And the season goes by fast, so
it does.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, everyone have a fun deer season, safe deer season, and successful deer season. Can't wait to share some stories.
Yeah, there will be stories.
Oh, there will be stories.
There will be stories, and
whether they end up with a deer on the other end.
Yeah, there'll be good stories. You're right.
Time will tell.
Whether it's a kill or not. Well,
might be some heartbreak.
Yeah,
but
that's life.
Hey, sometimes those are the best stories.
Yeah,
maybe not in the moment, but years later.
Yeah.
So, alrighty. I guess until next time, get outside.
It's good for the soul.
See ya.